what else in terms of building a business in 2024, laying the foundation for your business in 2024, what else comes to mind?
Well, the next thing I would say, and this goes hand in hand with the long form content, is an email list. An email list is, and these are really just the foundations of the important aspects of building your business. And I'm not going to say the same story I've told a million times about when I wish I had an email list. But if you don't have an email list, and or if you are not pushing people to your email list on a consistent basis, you're making a huge, huge mistake. I aim for about once a week. It usually ends up being like once every 10 to 12 days for like some type of a push to my email list. But that's an active push. And when I say active push, I mean an active push on my short form content. Meanwhile, I publish one YouTube video every week. And in that video, every single time, I have a big push to my email list. And the benefit of that is they're long form SEOable YouTube videos. So that one video that goes out is going to reach people ideally for years and years and years. So even when I'm not pushing that video out and new people are finding it, there's a strong chance they're going to get on my email list anyway. So I do this for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. And all of a sudden I have one video a week every single week that's pushing people to my email list. And I have, let's say 50 of those hundreds of videos do really, really well, then I have 50 videos consistently pushing new people onto my email list over and over and over and over again without me ever having to do it actively anymore. So it's one of those things where it goes hand in hand with long form content. When you make long form content, one of the major aspects of it should be including a way to get people onto your email list as a major component of the structure of the long form content.
And maybe just let's go a little bit on why. So you have someone who comes from the school of thought of, it's 2024. Why do I need a website? Like everyone is on social media. Why do I need an email list? Maybe they're not subscribed to information-based email lists. Like I have X number of Instagram followers. I had these TikToks go viral and I got a big following there. Like, why do I need another thing?
There are many reasons, and I don't think we'll go into full detail on it. We have a massive course on this in the mentorship if you want to join it. But I would say the main reason is, and there are a number, but one of the main ones, we'll give two of the main reasons. The first main reason is if you've ever complained about the algorithm and you're not being able to reach people who are your followers, you're not able to reach every one of your followers at all. You reach a fraction of your audience, like maybe like 1%. And even that would be pretty high if you reach 1% of your audience. Whereas your emails will go in the inbox of essentially 100% of the people on your list. A small percentage will go to spam. They always is a very small percent, but the vast majority is going right in the inbox of your email list. And that means that no matter what, you can always, always, always reach them, and you always have them available to you. The other aspect of that is, even for people who might see your posts, like oftentimes they'll see a post and like, oh, you know what? Like maybe they're distracted at home, something is going on. They're who knows? Maybe they're one of the idiots looking at social media while they're driving. They see the post, but they don't really understand the post, and then they swipe, and then it keeps going. Whereas your email, if they'll like, oh, you know what? I'm going to save this for later. They mark it as unread, and they come back to it and watch it. Or if they were taking the weekend or week off social media, when they come back to social media, they might not see your post, but when they go back to their inbox, it's going to be sitting there waiting for them right there. So you always have access to them, and I think it's one of the best places to sell, to actually make sales, to close sales. So those are the two main reasons.
Yeah, and like you said, many more reasons that we went over in that course, but I think you picked the right two, especially just ability to reach your entire audience at any time. Even if you don't plan on writing emails, again, we're talking about building your email list. We're not talking about committing time to making content exclusive to your email list. That's something that doesn't make sense until you have thousands of people on your email list. And even then it's optional. But yeah, just the ability to reach everyone, especially like to use a term. I don't know if we've ever used this term on the podcast, but it was a really funny story the first time you ever told me, when one of your buddies said that his Instagram was skunked. He said
Adam
like
Pine.
he was growing, and then engagement started to go down, and whether or not his was truly skunked at that time
It was not. It was not.
is debatable. But Instagram accounts do get skunked. Like you'll have people who have a year or two of a really solid run, or maybe 3 or 6 months of a solid run, and increase their following massively. But then over a 1, 2, 3 year period, engagement dwindles to the point where, you know, maybe you're reaching less than 1% of your audience with each post, which is real. Like that's not just a made up number. I'm not exaggerating that number.
My engagement's gone down dramatically over the years. I mean, I think everyone's has. It's pretty nuts.
Correct. But I mean where you can reach almost none of your audience. Like I mean your account is actually skunked. If you if you had been pushing your email list hard over that time period and even got 10% of your peak audience signed on your email list, then you're reaching 10 to 20x the number of people you can reach now. Yeah, it's such a no-brainer, and it's so easy to maintain once they're on there.
You can always say like, you know what, this account's not working. I'm going to start a new account. Follow me here, and then you can push those people there if you wanted to do something like that. That's the thing is, once you have that attention, you can do anything you want with it, which is it's the most important part.
Yes, yeah, or launch. I mean, you know, you talked about selling via email as a huge benefit of that mode of content creation. Yeah. So 2024, if you don't already, start an email list. And if you already have one, be consistent about pushing people to sign up for it.
Yeah.